Good morning. Welcome to a new moment. Know this, that this moment, every present moment, is the only place where you can find yourself. It's the only place where you can find the real you. And so, if you're on the path or the journey of self-discovery, you have to be here now. You know, you're not going to find yourself in your memory somewhere. And you're not going to find yourself in the future at some miraculous moment. It's here, it's now, it's right now. So, and it's rare, I think, for us. A lot of us know this idea of being present, but I think it's even still within that rare to actually be in the present moment. So, because you have to drop everything. It's all got to go away. Everything. All your memories and ideas and beliefs. It's all based on the past or the future. It's all based on the mind. So if you're looking for yourself, it's kind of like a trick. If you're looking for yourself, drop in to this right now. Do it right now with me, right here. Notice what's alive right now in this moment without the mind. You can do it. It's like something that's, I even remember as seeming intimidating because the mind has so much momentum in operating and moving and thinking and creating and all this stuff. So it seems like the mind has all this power, but it's not really power, it's momentum. You actually have power. You actually are powerful. The mind pulls its power from you. So that's where we have choice to just stop. Just stop everything. Right now. And find out who you are right now. A little exercise you can do that's kind of fun. You can do it with others, with other people if you're there, and just talk about and describe the present moment. And notice how often you will try to describe the present moment by going into the past. Especially if you have like emotions or feelings arising for you or present for you. If you try and just describe the moment itself. God bless you. Or if you try to describe yourself in the present moment without going into the past or into the future. It's a very, very interesting process. And it's good to do with others too, because you can kind of like really check each other and to know that, to notice when the mind goes into the past to try and define who you are. And to notice, when it goes into, the future and all that kind of stuff. Because the mind doesn't actually exist in the present moment. That's important to notice. Because the mind isn't even alive when you're fully present. It's only alive in the past or the future, or when dreaming of the past or the future. It's the only way it functions. So, the clear mind is here. It's right now. Everything you're looking for is here now. And you notice the essence of the moment, of the present moment. Because most of us are seeking happiness, seeking fulfillment, and seeking peacefulness, joy, whatever it is. But something that you learn when you actually drop in, when you're fully here now, that all of those qualities that everyone is seeking is alive in every single moment here when we drop everything. So you can view this as however you like. If you have faith, if you have a strong faithfulness, even with your mind, you may be able to trust that you don't need to use the mind so much. And then you can operate through life from this place. But I'm aware that it takes time to convince the mind itself that this is okay and this is good, because The mind wants to live and it wants to control and everything. So if that's alive and you're working through that kind of surrender or that trust with the mind, and it still has momentum in that way, then you can look at it as like a recharge. Because remember that the mind pulls its energy and its life force from the self, from the truth. And that you can look at dropping into these moments as, a moment of Zen or a moment of clarity, a moment of peacefulness, and just do it kind of in that way until it kind of breaks down the beliefs that the mind needs to run the show, needs to run life, control life, until that faith really sets in. You can kind of just use this at moments to find clarity, even creativity. I do this all the time when doing projects and stuff like that, or writing or whatever it is I'm doing, is to take regular moments often to turn the mind off, because we get into like beautiful flows of creativity and inspiration with the mind, which comes directly from the source of our being. But then the mind takes it and it runs around with it, and it carries it around and plays with that inspiration and mentalizes it and all that kind of stuff, which that's if you're creating anything, that's a necessary part of the process and a beautiful part of the process, to bring something from subtle divine inspiration into the world. It's an amazing thing. But to keep it as pure as possible, and again, this takes some trust, to like work with the mind a little bit, create a little bit, and then shut back down and return to the moment, and then allow a new or a fresh inspiration to refuel that mental activity. This is great for anything creative, whether it's art or business or anything like that. It's a really wonderful thing. And again, it takes trust, because we feel like when we have a good flow of creativity going, that we don't want to stop that flow. But if you'll notice, the longer something stays in the mind, the more it like loses that purity of how it once started, or that first inspiration. So try it, apply this to your life, and see where it lands. See if it's real. Find out for yourself. So take the time, offer this to your being, a moment to actually be you. And if you're on the journey of self-discovery, you're only going to find it here now. There's nowhere else. You can travel the whole planet. You can even travel the cosmos. You can dream and seek and dig in every crevice and every corner of the outer world, and even in your own mind. And you might find wonderful, amazing things, but you'll never find yourself anywhere but here, now. Blessings on your journey. Namaste.